Hello everyone, welcome back to Napoleon Total War, the March of Russia campaign. And we are in episode 5, the start, the early days of our plan for world domination. Anyway, still have that occasional error. I don't know if it's just my version of Darth mod or something. I need to check with Lionheart, see if he gets affected by the same thing. Basically some kind of sound looping thing. It just starts going and then crashes shortly thereafter. So I'll be interested to find out if he has the same problem, because then it might just be me, which is a distinctly possible scenario that I can't discount. Anyway, so quick summary from last episode. We are massing troops and mobilizing troops towards here, which is our first target, which is the Ottoman Empire. We've got infrastructure to allow us to recruit here, and infrastructure to recruit here. Now, we do have some research areas. Now, we do also, sorry, not research, trading areas. That's a musket manufactory, and that is a port. Now, at the moment, we will have to build one of these. Let's have a look to see what we can do. Merchantman, Indiaman. This is an armed merchant ship. 50 gun ship of the line. It might be worth us building a few of those. Now, if we were to, for example, build those, because obviously they're pretty expensive. So if we were to build 3 and send them over to deal with these guys, then we can get an additional trade from the Black Sea, and then also use those guys to, once we've started creating war here, because what we might do is actually send them in to blockade this port, and then essentially act as a barrier here. So you can see the Ottoman Empire, there's no trade going through there. Russian Empire, we got quite a bit of trade going through. So in that regard, I want to be able to essentially blockade off the Black Sea area and the Sea of Azov, and essentially be able to deal with that. So we'll have to see how that turns out, but in the meantime, we do have a small army up here. Now, they're not doing much. They're just kind of keeping an eye to make sure that Sweden don't do anything. And also on the off chance that these buggers here don't decide to go anywhere and try anything. Now, obviously it means we can feed forces from here to there quickly. This is not really, Vilnius is not really much of a central port, but we will try and build this one up here to be able to build a better army. So you can see there's Finland, one of the first points of thing, and it's allied to Sweden, so yeah, not going anywhere near that. Now also, I still can't create an alliance with these guys. No, and again no. So, which is slightly annoying, because that would help the coffers a little bit, but apparently it is not to be. Probably they've figured out who I am based on other Total War series, and no, we're not going to talk to him at all because we don't like him, and we're going to declare war on him again anyway. So, as is my luck, as you guys probably noticed. Anyway, let's see. So there you go. There's Warsaw in central Poland, or Greater Poland, I should say. So we're not going to really attack the areas around the Austrian Empire. It's really going to be these areas here that we're going to be focused on. And obviously, this is the thing is, at the start of this campaign, it's never going to be really lots and lots of battles. It's just going to be building up until such times as we're comfortable with the forces that we have, and then we can then start attacking. Now, I would like to have another army in place here, before such times as I go ahead and attack, because then I can feed that army, leave them on the bridge there, and they can jump forward if they need to in order to attack. Because obviously once we've attacked there, we don't really know what forces are in here. Now, we do have a spy in there. And you can see that army is pretty sizable. Now, let me just quickly check where my other spies are. So we've got this spy in Istanbul and this spy here. So we can actually probably move him down to here. So let's take this gentleman here and move him out. And we are going to send him down this way, because we want to get a sniff around here to make sure there are no armies waiting for a sneaky little ambush. So get him down to here, move him down this way, sniff out Athens, and obviously down by Belgrade. So we'll get him down to about there, I think. And then eventually down to here. So at least then he can sort of prep the area. And we're going to want to also build some ships in here. So in the next turn we'll probably end up building like a 50-gun ship of the line. A couple of those, maybe 3 in total. The thing is, they're expensive. Obviously not as expensive as them, but still expensive. And then, so 3 of those together could just deal with these guys once we've declared war. And then that will give us a ability to get more trade. And then, obviously, once we've taken Istanbul and started to move down towards Greece, we can send them to sniff around this area here. We can maybe send a trade ship down this way to find out what's available. Because, obviously, it will cost less to us to lose a trade ship than it would to actually lose a fleet of 50-gun ships. Ships of the line, indeed. So, it is time to end the turn and see what happens. So there you can see the French Navy, a very small French Navy, having a punch up with the British, which is also a small navy, as in that particular instance of them is small. And you can see they're round about Amsterdam and they're floating between the two places now. Oh, there we go. There's the Austrians in Moravia. And there's another British Navy going out for a bit of a float. Ah, Denmark, Norway. So, and of course our enemy is Spain. Here we go. Intellectual advance, national consensus. And now we're working on conscription automatically. So, as you can see, in here, additional armies are now being recruited. Boom, 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 boom. And you can see then there's an army going in there now. So, let's just see. Let's put in like that. So, these guys here, all good. Now, let us also try and recruit Babnev. Kamensky. Well, we don't have enough for him. Oh dear. Or do we? Okay. I thought we did. I can only select one of them. Okay. Kamensky. There we go. And Kamensky is in as a member of the General Staff, and he can then build up his army, and then we can bring him in to support and then move up once we're ready to go. Over here we have another army, And as you can see, it's still being recruited. We don't have any cavalry in there, so let's recruit some lancers. I have 4 sections of lancers. And then we'll have some Jaegers in there as well. There we go. So that's going to be a nice army soon. And then once we've got those 2 armies built up, then we'll be in a position to move onto the Austrian Empire. Or the Austrian Empire, sorry, the Ottoman Empire. I was close. And here, obviously, you can see all this stuff being built. So you've got stuff here that enables us to recruit forces, boom, 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 including 6-pound foot artillery. I would like to be able to build. Is that a manufacturer? It should be a. See, that I'm thinking should actually be. Should it be a manufacturer? Or should it be a gunsmith? I would like sort of somewhere to build cannons, really, to feed. Oh, no, there we go. That's a cantonment. Ordnance factory. There we go. So this army here will have the ability, with Bennigsen, to be able to build cannons. So we can probably put that back as a manufactory later. Which is fine. I'm quite happy with that under the circumstances. So, let's see. Yep, that's a musket manufactory being built. We can't build the ships. I should have built the ships, unfortunately. But the thing is, we don't really want to build them until we're ready to go. Because of the upkeep. That's my concern. Now, let's have a look over here, because is this a... It's just a 2-ship setup there. So I think 50 guns next turn will give us an opportunity to do that. Now, let's see, you can see there, trade going in. Let's end the turn, get some money in, get those cannons, those ships ready. And once the ships are built, then I reckon we'll have the armies ready to go, and that will be basically the signal for the off and for the attack on the Ottoman Empire. So that's going to be the way we're going to go. Okay. So, they seem to be getting a lot of people nearby the Austrian Empire. Aha, what are the Swedes up to? They're sending a gentleman over to St. Petersburg. Oh, those Denmarks and Norwegians. Oh, hello. Spy network established. Thank you. Big old army. 18-pound foot artillery. Yeah, those are the ones I don't like at all. Very, very nasty. And here you go, little Tatari. Here's the army being built up. As you can see, looking good. Now, before I forget, let's build the 50-gun ships of the line. And that's going to take 9 turns. We may not be able to wait that long. And we've got a dry dock over here to enable us to create lots and lots of ships that we can then send down that way as well. Now, it could be that we could look at changing this as well and turn it into... this is a trading company, so it's not really designed in that regard. Now, oh, hello. See, that's why I want to send a spy down there, because you get to see naughty people that you were not aware were there. So let's bring him down here. And then we shall bring him down this way to here. So that's another army that we got to be aware of. So you can see them guarding the road to Istanbul. And very soon that road will be filled with blood and sweat and tears as our armies move forward to claim the remainders of the Ottoman Empire. So, Merchant House helps increase our monies, which is good. Now, let's look up here. Let's see, drill school. We haven't done mass mobilization yet. We are on the conscription, and then we might do mass mobilization next, just to get us into the drill school, to enable us to start to recruit better troops, generally speaking, hussars, all that kind of stuff. Once we've done that, then we'll focus on that line there, and then go from there. So let's see, Army Corps Organisation, -5 upkeep for armies. See, that would be helpful. If we go across there, but yeah, I really want to get that first. Because then obviously that will enable us to start building factories, and then we can build on this line again. So that's going to be the general direction we're going to want to go. So, there's our gentleman, dug in, ready to go. There's obviously Kutuzov. And it's just about finding the right moment to attack, as we don't want to dig ourselves into an extremely large hole. Call me old-fashioned. There we go. So that's going to be another recruitment area as well. There's that one. Good, good, good. And here, obviously, nice little army for this guy. 6-pound foot artillery, not ideal, but we don't have a lot of choice under the circumstances. So we're just going to build as many of those as we can. We're also increasing the infrastructure across the board, especially along this section here, because we want to facilitate the fast movement of our troops across the entire line here. So by improving the roads, it's basically the best way to do that, and to ensure that it essentially means that guys can move from where they need to as quickly as possible. So there's Buxoden. And obviously here is Kutuzov. So what I might do is move him down to there, and then move this guy in for the final attack, and then make the attack on there. But to be honest, based on timing and all the rest of it, I don't think it's actually going to be this episode that you're going to see the first of the battles between the Russians and the Ottoman Empire. And probably will be on the next episode, based on how our timing's working out. Now obviously we've still got that one, and there's dialects, so we can't actually do anything else yet. See, it will improve our research potential, but at the moment it's not the priority for us. Now there's another one which is turning into a musket manufactory. So this is the trade area here, because obviously most of the trade will be coming through here, and our spy will continue to walk down here and clear the fog of war and take us down to Athens in Greece and get a sniff around there to see what's available, because then obviously we can chart a path. I mean, really, I'd like to go like that, take Istanbul, because Istanbul is going to be a very important spot, and it means that we can essentially blockade that area, and then obviously from Istanbul we can take the likes of Belgrade and then down towards Athens in Greece, and then essentially wipe out the Ottoman Empire completely, and then we'll be in a stronger position to dictate terms of our future expansion. Now obviously it means that we'll have access to this sea here, and it means that we'll have to probably build up a big fleet, send them in, and maybe, possibly, I don't know yet, it might be worth us attacking Marseille in France, and then essentially taking that area there, and blocking off, basically, blocking off between France and Spain. Now, obviously, they can get around there with the ship, so it may not be necessarily the best case. It might be a case that we just have to go straight in to Catalonia and then start taking Spain as quickly as possible. Now, obviously, if we do that, then we can then put some people down in Gibraltar, some ships, and they can act as a block for any troops that they try and send through to the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, and obviously places like that in the Balearic Sea. So, and obviously down the Ionian Sea and the Aegean. So, that's the direction we're going with that one. Let's go to the next turn. There we go. There's another gentleman going into the research area. And now let's see what the French Empire is up to. Because you know they're going to be up to something, because the French Empire always is. As a motorbike drives by and ruins my immersion. Thank you, motorbike. Now, obviously, see, there's the Prussian Empire there. Austrian Empire, of equal, if not maybe bigger. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so, recruitment reports. Little Tatari. And, of course, these guys in here. So, we can continue recruiting these guys, which is great, for this army, containing, obviously, Kamensky. Let's see, what can we recruit? Let's keep recruiting. Let's have a nice infantry-heavy army, I think, to support any sort of cannons and stuff that appear there. That's one thing I want to be able to have, is the horse artillery. Because I like the ability for the horse artillery to move around a little bit. Now, let's see. How long is it going to be for us to create these ships here? So it's going to be 8 turns to create these ships. But like I said, I'm not sure we're going to be able to wait. Because I think it's a case of we will have to attack them. But, as I said, I don't think it's going to happen yet in this episode. It may be the start of the next episode, because we have to jump on the case and start making war very expansive plans. I mean, you know, 5 episodes without a battle is quite a long way to go through. I mean, you're looking at sort of 2 hours of just like campaign movements and infrastructure changes and things of that nature. And it's not exactly what you would call the most riveting content, but these are the important aspects of the battle, or aspects of the campaign that you have to build up at the start. So, you know, these are the things to bear in mind. Now, what's going on there? Whoa! Holy crap. The French have taken Vienna. Oh boy. That could be a problem. In which case, we need to send our friend up to here, because it's very possible we may need to redirect our attentions to the French. Because it's possible we may need to send our armies over in that general direction to assist the Austrians, who are our allies. Now, obviously, that would give us an advantage to be in Austria, because then we could push back against the French. That's a bit of a turn up for the books, isn't it? But the Ottoman Empire still needs to be wiped out, because otherwise they're going to be a hostile. Let me just quickly check. Well, they're indifferent to us, so they're not really a threat to us at the moment. But the French Empire is. And so my concern, obviously, is that, as you can see, Bohemia, the French have taken there, and Vienna, and Bavaria. Hence the reason why I need to get my spy up there to find out what the bloody hell's going on and how big those armies are. Because that could change the entire strategy with respect to the fight. Let's end the turn. We haven't used all the money, but it will just sit there in the coffers until such times as we do. Now, so, the Brits, what are they up to? That, I'm guessing, is Nelson. Based on the amount of stars he's got on it, and yep, there we go. Right, so, the Russian Empire and the Kingdom of Prussia. A military alliance, and they want technology and a single payment of 510. Yeah, we'll take that. So we are now allied with the Kingdom of Prussia. So that means hopefully we can then push back against the those evil fellows in the centre, the French, and start pushing back. But I am going to have to ask the Austrians for access to their territory in order to march my armies over. So it also means we have now forged an alliance and we get a nice income improvement there. So good listener, good. Recruitment. Another army there. Lovely stuff. Let us recruit a soldier for him. Let's try that again. There we go. And there's him. Vorontsov. So Vorontsov is now the general there. And let's see. There we go. Clearances, all that kind of good stuff. All in there. Now, let's see what's happened here. Because Vienna's been taken. Let's see if we can no. Well, I presume. Right, so I can go across their territory without any problems. Okay, that's good. So let's see what the spy can find out about what has happened in Vienna. Because clearly things have gone a little tits up for the Viennese. And there's an army. So let's put him into there to infiltrate the army. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have to take Kutuzov over and march him down to assist. So Kutuzov is now moving. And there, we can leave him there. Meanwhile, the recruitment is continuing. Let's have a look at the spread of the army. It's okay. But we don't have any cannon. So, can we recruit any cannon here? We can't. That's the only drawback there. Now, it might be that we can recruit. There we go. £6 foot. 2 more, and then we get the ordnance factory. Now, that still means £6 foot artillery. These fine fellows. Poorly equipped and trained. Ideal for maintaining public order. Okay. £6 horse artillery. Those are the beauties that we're after, because then we can spam them, send them down to equip those armies and help them out. Now, that means then if we can take Vienna, it'll be helpful. But then, see, this is the thing, you see. I could take Vienna back from the French and then return it to the Austrians. Now, that will obviously make me very popular with the Austrians. So they're very friendly with us. So you can see here. Yeah, see, plus 50. Trade agreement. An enemy of my enemy is my friend. National leaders are not respected. Total. So it's 105. So that's pretty damn good. So it might be that we keep Vienna and then just push through. Take Prague and these guys and then start pushing with our armies through to take these areas. Now it might be that Vienna asks for their country or their capital back, or so Austrians ask for their capital back, which is a distinctly possible option. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. It's currently an unknown. So the spy will go into Vienna, and then hopefully we can then attack Vienna and start pushing back at the French. Because the French are being a little bit naughty. He says in galactic understatement terms. So, this army here, let's get them out to there. Now, obviously, lots more are coming in. So, you're going to see, what, another 5 coming in? So, let's just check our numbers here. There's 3 of those guys there. And what do we have in the army? Okay. Let's send that guy back. And then let us recruit. Like that. So that should give us some of that. And then some more of these guys. In there. And then that'll basically be a nice recruitment drive there. In 2 turns these guys will be recruited. And then that basically means that these guys can control that area. We'll have control of this area as well. The thing is I want to be really careful about fighting a war on 2 fronts. Against the French and also against the Ottomans. Even though, technically speaking, the Ottoman Empire is not at war with us. The Kingdom of Spain and the French Empire are still hostile. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for this week's episode. I hope you boys and girls have enjoyed. And we'll see you again for more. Yeah, okay, let's start that again in English. Take care, everyone. See you later.